Sharma. Welcome back to our channel. I am here with one more new video of Programming in C++ video series. I hope you all are enjoying the video series and getting all the ideas about C++ programming. So today in this video, I am going to explain about inline function. So the contents I am going to cover in this video is what is inline function. We will see why and how inline function should be used. We will see syntax of inline function, and at last we will see a simple program of inline function. So before getting to the concept of inline function, first of all we will understand what is function and why we use functions in our program. So basically we used to write a code dividing it into multiple parts called function. The functions which are actually collection of instruction which performs a specific or particular task. Okay, if we do not use functions in our code, then the code will be consisting of multiple logics defining in different user defined functions. Okay, so the length of the code will be increased. If errors are generated in any part of the code, then it will be very difficult. It would be a little bit of complex of finding those errors and solving those errors. Okay, so to reduce the complexity, to reduce the length of the code, we need to use functions. Now let's understand what happens when function is called. Okay, we will see how the function will be executed. We just know a basic process that whenever the function is called, it will jump to the function where it is defined, it will execute that code, then it will again return to the main function. But the question is how compiler would know that it should return exactly to the position from where it left in the main function. So whenever the function is called from the main function, it will store the values of variable temporarily to the stacks or register along with the returning address. Okay, and then it will jump to the function where it is defined, it will execute the function, and then it will restore the value stored into the stacks or register, and it will find the returning address, and then it will return to the main function. So in this process, the execution time will be increased. But we have some advantages of using function, like we use function for reducing the length of the code, to reducing the complexity of the code, so it is affordable. But if the function are having only one or two or three statements, and those functions are called repeatedly in the same program, and the whole number of execution steps will be performed, then the execution time will be increased, which is not actually affordable. So to overcome this problem, we need to use inline function. So now here we will get the concept of inline function. Inline function is basically used for smaller size of function. Okay, so if we make those smaller function an inline function, let's understand what will happen after that. And the execution will be started from the main function, from the first statement of main function. It will execute the number of statements from the consecutive memory location. Whenever it finds the function calling statement, it will jump to the function where it is defined, it will execute the code, and it will return to the main function. Okay, and we just discussed how this process goes on. Okay, so whenever we are using inline function, the whole process of execution of particular function will be performed. But after that, if the function is called repeatedly in the program with different parameters, then it will not repeat the whole process. Now what it will do? It will just replace the function calling statement with the logic of the function. The logic which is defined into the user defined function. So basically inline function will reduce the execution time and increase the efficiency of the code. Now let's see how we can make a function an inline function. So we will see a syntax of inline function. Okay, so for that we need to use inline keyword just before the return type in function prototype. Function prototype, that means function declaration. So we will write inline return type, function name, and in the brackets arguments, and in the curly brackets we will write the logic of the function. Now let's see a simple program of inline function. Here we have taken one example in which we create a function which will find the square of a particular value. So we will start by declaring some header files like iostream.h, conio.h. After that, there are two ways of defining functions. Okay, we can define the function before the main function, or we can define the functions after the main function. But the condition is, if we define the function after the main function, we need to declare that particular function just before the main function. Okay, and if we are defining the function before the main function, then declaration is not required. So here in this example, I have defined a function just before the main function, and the function is inline function. So we will start by inline keyword. Okay, we will write inline. Here the return type is integer because the function will return the integer value. So here I have used integer return type, inline, integer, then function name which is square, and the argument which is integer x, the value which will be passed from the main function. And then in the curly brackets the logic of the square function which is x multiplied by x. Now in the main function, here a variable is declared which is of integer type, and the value is assigned to that particular variable. And then in the cout statement, the function is called. Here you can see a square function is called into the cout statement. So here when square function will be called, the whole process of executing a function will be performed, which I just discussed earlier. Okay, what it will do, it will store the value of that particular variable, it will store the returning address, and then it will jump to the function, it will execute the function, and the result will be returned to the main function, and it will be printed, which will be 25. Okay, square of 5 will be 25. But after that, if the function will be called repeatedly again and again in the program, then the execution process will not be repeated again and again. It will just replace the function calling statement of square function by the logic of the square function, which is the value multiplied by value itself. Here you will not see any difference in the output if you are removing the inline keyword and if you are appending the inline keyword, the result will be same. The purpose of using inline function is just about reducing the execution time and increasing the efficiency of the execution process. So here are some important questions related to the concepts we learned today in the video. What is function? Why it is used in a program? What is inline function? What is the syntax of inline function? What is the purpose of using inline function? And write a simple program using inline function. I hope you like the video and you get the concept of inline function. If you are having any query regarding this topic, you can comment us. If you like the video, please like and share, and subscribe our channel for more interesting videos. Thank you for watching the video. I'll see you soon with my next video of Programming in C++ video series. Till then, stay tuned, take care, have a nice day.